So another misconception I experience when there is the topic of purpose being discussed and explored is that there's this idea that when we find purpose in our life, when we feel connected to our purpose, life is going to be amazing. It's going to be great. We're not going to have these doubts and issues and challenges. But the truth is that, of course, it is in many ways really going to feel different and feel like there is clarity, there is a natural ease with how you wake up and how you want to do the things that you do. But actually, life will still have plenty of its challenges. It will still have plenty of times when it feels like it sucks. But there's a big difference, because when you feel aligned with what you do, when you feel it's connected to your values, to who you are, in a way that you're using your strengths, your capacities, your gifts, to offer something that is serving something greater than yourself, you will actually notice there is a lot of bumps in the road. You will notice how much of your own inner self-sabotage patterns and stories and fears are going to come up in the way of you stepping more and more into your greatness, into being, the most beautiful and true version of yourself. But what changes is you know what you're doing it for. You know that when these challenges come, you know that they are part of you moving closer to expressing what you feel called to express, and that you are going to choose your battles. You are not going to simply fall into all kinds of random challenges that happen because you are in a very busy, distracted, noisy mind and you're creating unnecessary problems. You're actually going to stay connected and committed to those things that you really feel called to put your time and energy in. And while doing that, you will notice which challenges and which frustrating pieces will come up in that process, in that path, and deal with them from a place of being motivated to actually take them on, to really help navigate them as skillfully as possible, to also embrace the fact that sometimes it includes feeling lost, feeling stuck, but there is a deeper undercurrent that is connected to why you're doing it for, and it will make navigating it much more easy and much more skillful and effective. So getting this idea out of our head of finding purpose means life is mostly going to feel great is something that can also work counterproductive, and actually embracing that in this path, in this direction of a life filled with purpose, there is going to be plenty of moments where you're stuck, where there's challenges, where you're lost, where life will feel like it sucks. I experienced this in my own journey. I feel so connected to the work I do, to sharing this longing to really help people step into the most true version of themselves, to help them understand what's most important, and to offer spaces, workshops and sessions and retreats where people can gradually tap more into that and take ownership of their life. It gives me such a sense of meaning and fulfillment, and yet there is the simple, practical parts of everyday life, of business, of making it possible that I can offer this work, which create a lot of frustrations, which feel like I have to do things that I don't feel energy from at all. The bureaucracy, all the different forms, how I need to create the marketing, which is also an area that is not necessarily where I feel I am in my zone of genius, and yet it is simply a way to share, hey, this is what I love to share, this is what I do. If you're interested, have a look. So we're simply going to gravitate towards certain things that feel more alive, and yet the reality is that there's still going to be plenty of things that we need to put our time and energy in that are not going to feel very satisfying, that are not going to feel very motivating, but they are in service of this deeper why, of this deeper purpose, of expressing who you are in an authentic way, and especially in your career, in your work, in your projects. allowing you to have an outlet for sharing your gifts and your potential with the world and sharing it with those people that you are meant to serve. People, nature, social causes, whatever it is that you feel called to. But that's the piece I wanted to reflect on a little bit and hopefully give you some food for thought, some food for reflection to check in with yourself around what ideas you have in relation to this topic of feeling purpose and the maybe ideas or maybe misconceptions that might sometimes be in the way of really following this and allowing your life to be more by your own rules and more in honoring of who you are and your values.